Hi, I'm Francis Jew, and I'm currently sheltered in place on 57th Street in Manhattan. And I'm so happy to invite you to the Brave New Shakespeare Challenge from the Public Theater. Now, by my count, I've done 11 shows at the Public, in the last 26 years, beginning with Richard II back in 1994, and most recently, Soft Power in 2019. I'm so grateful to the Public Theater for giving me an artistic home and for supporting groundbreaking, inclusive, diverse art and artists like me. The public believes that the American identity is defined by many different voices, and that's where you come in. I'm hoping this following speech inspires you to express yourselves, to record your own reading of this speech or some other speech that expresses you. Write a song, paint a painting, dance a dance, whatever is genuinely you. Now, this speech is from the book of Sir Thomas More, written by Anthony Munday. So, why am I doing this as part of the Brave New Shakespeare Challenge? Well, back then, it was common for playwrights to contribute and revise each other's work, and scholars believe Shakespeare contributed this particular speech. And in fact, it's the only play where we have surviving pages in Shakespeare's own handwriting, including this speech. So in this speech, Thomas More appeals to an anti-immigration mob, and it may be part of why this play was banned in Shakespeare's time. I think it speaks to where we are today, where Asian Americans and others are still seen as perpetual foreigners, and the COVID crisis has amplified that discrimination with a rise in anti-Asian violence. Here we go. Grant them removed, and grant that this your noise hath chid down all the majesty of England. Imagine that you see the wretched strangers, their babies at their backs and their poor luggage, plodding to the ports and coasts for transportation, and that you sit as kings in your desires, authority quite silent by your brawl, and you in ruff of your opinions clothed. What had you got? I'll tell you. You had taught how insolence and strong hand should prevail, how order should be quelled, and by this pattern not one of you should live an aged man, for other ruffians, as their fancies wrought, with self-same hand, self-reasons, and self-right, would shark on you, and men like ravenous fishes would feed on one another. You'll put down strangers, kill them, cut their throats, possess their houses, and lead the majesty of law in line to slip him like a hound. Say now the king should so much come too short of your great trespass as but to banish you. Whither would you go? What country, by the nature of your error, should give you harbor? Go you to France or Flanders, to any German province, to Spain or Portugal, nay, anywhere that not adheres to England, why, you must needs be strangers. Would you be pleased to find a nation of such barbarous temper that, breaking out in hideous violence, would not afford you an abode on earth, when their detested knives against your throats spurn you like dogs, and like as if that God owed not nor made not you? What would you think to be thus used? This is the stranger's case, and this your mountainish inhumanity. Thank you all for watching. I think this speech is a great example of what theater does best. exercising empathy. And now, it's your turn. I hope this inspired you to share. Happy Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Be safe, be well. We'll get through this together.